What's up guys, alexy1 here. I'm playing HeroLC from Holland. I've played him once before. I don't know who he is. When I played him he was 2100 I think. Not really sure. So yeah, he's probably pretty good. I really don't know who this guy is. But we're playing the Catalan, which I don't usually play. And I have a feeling I did something wrong here. Let me see. There's this line where you play rook a7, but I don't know where. I think it was here. Maybe knight c6 first. Yeah, probably knight c6 first. Well, anyway. Now we just make a new move. Pretty interested to see where I should play rook a7. So in the Catalan you want to play this pawn to c5 as quickly as you can. But yeah, there are some tactical issues. So he's gonna play b4 just to defend against that idea. But if he plays b4 I have to square on c4, which is nice. Well, I'm gonna let him take there. I don't know if that's such a good idea, but yeah, so now my rook is a bit weird on a7. Not doing as much as I wanted to. I'm gonna play... Well, I can't ever play c5. So maybe I can play c6 and a5. This is another idea. And yeah, I'm just trying to open up the position. And yeah, if he plays e5 I have bishop e7. Putting some more pressure. Okay, let's just attack b4 some more. So if he plays rook b1 I can take and play knight a3. Yeah, that's a good move. Let's play queen b8. Now I'm threatening to take on b4. Because if I were to take on a2 he has rook takes and attacking my queen. So don't I just win a pawn now? Ah, okay, so he's gonna play queen takes a2. No, he's not. Ah, that's the point. Okay, I missed that. Okay. Yeah, let's go to either a4 or c4, depending on what he's gonna do. I'm just gonna try and grab the a file with the rook. So even though my bishops are passive, they're not terrible. I want to change these just to get some more pressure on b4. He doesn't want to, which is well, understandable. I want to play queen f8 now. Seems a bit odd, but so I thought to play queen f8, but he's gonna take on c8, and I thought I had rook c8 then, but he's just got knight takes e7 check, which is too bad. So let's play rook c8. I don't really like to move my rook from the a file, but my knight is pretty good on a4. I'm gonna attack this here. He's probably gotta go back. Or take there. Okay. Well, in the worst case, which I'm probably gonna do anyway, I'm gonna just play this and give back material. Oh, I see I have 30 seconds left, so I've gotta get a move on. So I'm gonna play a bit faster now. I'm gonna play this if he doesn't take. Well, if he takes, I'm gonna take there. Otherwise, I'm gonna play rook g8. Oh, maybe queen d3. Well, I've got a nice outpost here. So if he takes now, I'm gonna definitely take with the e pawn, because otherwise this e6 pawn would have become so weak. Let's exchange those. Get my bishop back into play. Yeah, I'm definitely not better here, but I think I can hold this. It's not really a nice way of for him to just make some progress. Okay, so he's going to f5 here. Let's just play h5. I'll take there. Really interested in who this guy is, as I know most Dutch players, so I probably know him as well. Well, I just gave a pawn there. Knights are so much better than bishops in time scramble. Yeah, in time scramble, because you can just easily fall into some trap of a check. I'm taking that. I'm taking there. Let's attack this again. Okay, so I'm gonna flag him. I'm gonna try and flag him at least. Well, that's a piece. Okay, so this is an easy win now. Yeah, it's quite an interesting game. Let's have a look. So we played the Catalan, and I'm always pretty bummed out when they play Queen A4 here, which is a good move, but the normal move, the main move, is Queen C2, and then I play this B5, which is actually pretty fun. I read a book written by Avruk, I think, Boris Avruk, and he said something like you have to play A4, knight A5, and you're winning. But that's totally not true. You just have Queen D4 here, sacrifice and exchange, and you get so much play here. I think some lines go like this: knight G4, H4, and you just play E5, bishop somewhere, and you can take here. And this is actually pretty fun. So best is taking there, but then you have major compensation. Because if he takes here, you have... Oh, I thought you had bishop a6, but... Oh, you have e5, obviously. These are quite interesting lines as well. Either case, you have some compensation here. But when they play queen a4, you obviously can't play this b5, so you have to go back to the main lines. And I'm just wondering where you can play rook a7. I used to play this all the time, but my memory is just... I think you have to play bishop e4, bishop d2, and now... Is it something like this? I can't really remember. I think it's something like that. And then... I can't really remember. I know there's a... this is a drawing sequence which some grandmasters have played. Maybe... Well, let me check really quick. I know it's rook a7 and Anand played it. It's Catalan. So I guess it's something like this. Yeah, I think it's like this. Huh. God, I really want to know it. Either way. Yeah, what I did was this. Maybe this is the line. Rook c1, bishop b4, queen d2. Yeah, I think this is the main line. Yeah, yeah, I seem to remember this. Queen a8 here. No, no, no. Also not good. Oh Jesus, I hate this. Anyway, if I find out, I'll try and search in my other screen, so you don't really see it, but whatever. I can't really take there because these kinds of things. So I just played Queen A8, which seems like a normal idea. And yeah, he played Bishop F4. Maybe I can put a knight on D5 now. But I want to play this C5 move in the future, so if I play something like this, it's gonna go there. Maybe I can play C5 here now. A3 probably. Now if I play this, he has knight takes and this one is hanging. So I have to play knight C6. Bishop A3. Oh. It's actually it's a move. It's a move. So rook C8 seems very normal. A3, intending to go B4. Like I said during the game, black wants to play C5, so he just wants to defend against that with B4. So that's one problem. I think I've got it, but I'll show afterwards. So knight A5, just to go to these squares. If he plays B4, that's the main drawback of the move, because C4 becomes weak. So I just jump in it, and yeah, H6 also seems very logical. The problem is this: he has a Zender, and I want to do something about it. And just wants to go like this. Because E5, bishop takes F3. So if I go knight D6, he's probably gonna go rook E1, and now I can play A5 as well. So this move seems pretty strange, but the idea is just to play A5. Because if I were to play A5 now, it just says knight takes B5, obviously. So even though it's pretty ugly, it's fine, I guess. Needs to go E5 and knight E4 then. Oh, knight E2. Yeah. Yeah, if I close this diagonal, he can play things like this, which are a problem. So H4, A5, and now I should just take, play rook D8. Well, I'm not liking this bishop here at all, but the engine seems to like it. One idea is just to play C5 next move and take on E4. Yeah, it's probably fine. E5, bishop E7. This one is weak. I'm gonna open up if he doesn't watch out. And now queen A4. Yeah. Yeah. I like it as well. So I could still take. Yeah, that's a good idea. Rook A7 is one of the problems. But still, no worries. You just defend. Yeah, could have also played that. I just wanted to take on B4 now. It's also important to point out White never wants to take on A5 himself, because this A3 pawn is just so weak then. So if he plays A4 here, I'm probably playing B4. So now I take there, but I missed this knight A4. Knight takes A2. Yeah. Well, still no problem here, but this B4 pawn is guarded somewhat normally now. And my bishop on B7 is still not doing anything. So this position is pretty balanced. Yeah. Queen E8 is also possible. It's just that this queen doesn't really seem to have a future, but maybe you can just play F6 and then play Queen D7 or something. Rook c8, I like somewhat better because this queen is doing something on d8. Sometimes threatening to take there, sometimes hanging onto this pawn. So, yeah. And now he took there, which was surprising to me, but in hindsight it's actually pretty good. Maybe f4, but it's just so, he's opening his king up so much, so. Yeah, I like this knight h7. Had me by surprise. Because if I go something like this, he has knight f4. This is hanging and bishop f5. It's just totally losing. So I just wanted to give back a piece immediately. Engine comes up with this move. It's actually pretty sexy. One of the points of this was if he doesn't trade, I have this c5 and just threatening mate here and there. So, but this bishop g6 is pretty nice again. I don't know. He was playing pretty good. So the point is obviously if I take, he has knight f4 check, winning a queen. So I'm gonna go somewhere. Maybe this was an idea, but then he has this in between move here. Yeah, I think e7 is best. So you can take, which is what he did. Play bishop c2. I don't really understand that move. Let me see. Because if he goes knight f4, I can just take, and play rook d8. But maybe you can still have something with rook b4, rook b3. Ah, I can just defend with bishop c8. So now my terrible bishop is doing something. Yeah. So he just wants to put a bishop on b3 and attack this e-pawn from there. Yeah, if I don't take, you can just play around it with queen e3 and just bishop b3. Yeah. So he takes now. If I take with the c-pawn, I thought he had rook d1. But I can still defend with this. But I thought he had knight takes d5. But as always, the engine sees it better. So I have a lot of composition here, I presume. Yeah, this b4 pawn is falling, and if he defends with rook b1, I have rook d3. At the very least, even bishop b4 first. Yeah, okay, so I could have took with the c pawn. I took with the e pawn. And just exchanged, but I think, yeah, this should be better for him. Maybe g4, intending to go g5 in the future. Just play there and move your knight away and play f4. Because I defend all the white squares with my bishop here, but you don't need your king if you can just play g5. King f4. Yeah, I was just making some moves. Around this time I saw I had little time, so I just sped up. Yeah, so now I'm totally losing. He just has to make some precise moves. g5 was also very good. Because all the pawn endings are losing. For instance, king e8. What am I doing? King f6. And now you just take those and just totally easy win. So h5. So I gave this pawn, but it's not such an issue. So his main idea should be just to play g5 here, I think. Here maybe. So if I wait, I'm just gonna, well, I can even go there and play knight e5, knight g6. It's just totally winning. He's up a pawn though. But he did that. And he couldn't seem to find any real win. Now he gave me a pawn, but yeah, okay. So he has 5 seconds and I just flagged him. when they're in pre-move mode, like he was here, as you can see, he just pre-moves knight b6, knight c8, b6, c8, and you can do things like this just to gain time. f5, so he has to respond here. And usually that's pretty tripping. So you gain some time. And yeah, now I'm winning here actually, but I have to play bishop a2. Bishop a2, king c2, king c7, winning a piece, I guess. I don't know. It's not really winning a piece, but the ending is winning. Yeah. Well, it's an easy flag now, obviously. Yeah, just to point out, once I found what was the main line. It's just on the Wikipedia of Catalan, so that's pretty funny. So queen c2, bishop b7, bishop d2, and now you play rook a7, which I did. Rook c1, bishop b4. I thought I said something like this. Yeah. Oh, so the point is, he doesn't go to d1. He goes to b3. And now you play knight c6, e3, queen a8, threatening knight takes d4. Yeah, now I remember. So he has to play queen d1, and now you go rook c8, I guess. Let me check first. Oh, you play knight b8. Well, Anand did versus Kramnik. Bishop a5, and then you play rook c8. Now you're just gonna go c5, so b4 probably. No, he's playing this. There was a game, but I thought there were some improvements. Just really need to remember, because I can remember there's a game where white goes in this position, not knight b8, but white goes bishop e1, knight e2, and queen e2. Let me just find out. Rook d8 maybe? No. Rook c8 then. No, the problem is knight c3 is threatening. So b4, yeah. I think Aronia was this. I played this. And bishop e1. Bishop d5. Prophylactic against this knight d2. Knight d2 and knight b8. Yeah, something like this. And a3 was a move somewhere. It's pretty interesting if you want to catch up with the mainstream theory about this. There was a lot going on in this variation like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years, but yeah, that all changed. No one is playing this with black anymore. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. This video turned out to be longer than I expected. Whatever. See you later, guys. Bye bye.